McGee, your nutrition evangelist here, and it is April, and this is not an April Fool's joke. All month long during April, we will be talking about changing routines, changing seasons, how the two things go hand in hand, and sometimes you need to be a little bit flexible and create new routines for your change of season. I am your nutrition evangelist, and I put the fun back into being healthy because life is too short to eat grilled chicken salads every day. So, we're talking about routines and seasons. Today in New England, it is cold and rainy. We're going to have a couple of cold days, chilly days coming up, and we just came off a few days of beautiful weather. So, here we are in this time of year where it feels like we can have all four seasons in the course of a week. Now, we, during winter time, during COVID winter time, have established some routines that have served us. For me, my routines look like, having a cup of tea before I go to bed and making my morning tea, tossing it into an insulated mug so it's ready and waiting for me in the morning. I get up, I get my kiddo rolling off to school. I do my workouts. I get ready for my day. And these routines serve me because I've got a place where I've got my breakfast built in. I've got my mid-morning snack built in. I've got my workout built in. I've got my me time built in. And those morning routines are super important. Now, as we're getting the sun to come up a little bit earlier and it stays light a little bit later, which I love the extra daylight. I'm going to look at how I might change some of my routines so that I can make better use of the season and so that, it doesn't muck with the routines that I've already got. So, what am I doing? For example, I now have the ability to go out for a walk a little bit later at night because it stays light a little bit later, it's warm a little bit later. I don't have to put on 15 layers just to go grab a quick walk at the end of the day. Now that's great. And at the same time, that means that sometimes I'm spending more time at my desk than I wanted to. In the wintertime, when I was making sure that I got out earlier, I had a little bit better balance between the time that I was working and the time that I was not working. And so what do I have to do? I have to consciously decide, hey, I'm still going to go out for my walk a little bit earlier so that I have that break and I have that better balance that I need for me. So my challenge for you this week is to take a look at some of the things that you may have unintentionally changed as the seasons start to change and whether or not those changes are serving you. So to be intentional about the changes you make, what you can take from the seasonal changes that will benefit you. For example, we've got more fresh produce coming in that's local. That's super exciting. Love fresh produce. That really makes a positive impact on some of the meals that I cook. Not as much, stews and stuff that's a little bit heavier with the root vegetables, a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher. So I'm really excited about that variety. So what can you do? How are you going to interact with the changes, and how are you going to be intentional about the changes that you do make in response to the changes of the season? So I want you to tell me what you're doing. Ask me any questions you have. Tag me in the questions. I'm happy to help. And until next week, what I hope for you is you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up your glass of wine with dinner. Until next week, ciao.